Hello, it's Simon Redfern at Pagefield. Just a bit of a roundup on the politics that's been going over the last couple of weeks. We had the Queen's speech, and you'll have obviously read our blog on that. But there was a couple of interesting things that came out of it, particularly in terms of the way that government now handles U-turns. The Quad is now pretty good at negotiating with each other in terms of how bills should be presented to Parliament, but that is still really a negotiation between two parties, and it's really evident when you look at the bills that have come forward. There are some clear Lib Dem bills and some clear government bills. Where there's likely to be pressure is certainly the Lords Reform Bill. That's going to get, the Mice is going to get at that one. And also the pensions bill. It's a massive issue, changing pensions and retirement age, and also public sector pensions, a huge issue which really only the Conservatives can solve. Other thing, there's been the private members bill ballot this week. We have John McDonnell, who's come top, veteran Labour left-winger, and Richard Ottaway has come second. The top 7 in that list will get their bills to go through Parliament. They'll have parliamentary time. They may not get them through, but they will definitely have time to do that. And there are lots of other people on the list as well that will have the opportunity to put in a small bill and see whether government is prepared to support it, or whether they can work to get the rest of their parliamentary colleagues to support it as well. So all in all, lots of stuff for lobbyists to be doing, lots of stuff for charities and other bodies to be getting stuck into at the moment. Really exciting time of the year with the contents of the Queen's speech stretched out in front of us, and we're looking forward to getting stuck in.
We saw a Labour reshuffle this week in Westminster. Always a difficult thing in opposition to get the political world particularly excited about the movements in your shadow cabinet. But I think Ed Miliband has done a really good job in balancing different voices around the shadow cabinet table and keeping different wings of the Labour Party happy. Obviously, the main event was the promotion of John Cruddas to head up the policy review, previously headed up by Liam Byrne. Some people have interpreted that as a move to the left of the Labour Party. I don't think actually it's as simple as that. Cruddas obviously advised Blair for 4 years as his trade union point man from 1997 to 2001. He's got very strong links with James Pennell. He backed David Miliband for the leadership, and he's one of the leading thinkers in the Blue Labour strand of kind of Labour intellectualism at the moment. So quite an interesting and kind of complicated political background from Cruddas, and difficult to portray him as a kind of loony lefty or a Blairite. And I think Cameron actually really failed to pin him as a sort of left-wing trade unionist at PMQs on Wednesday. But he's a fantastic thinker, incredibly popular within the party amongst people from the left and the right. And I think he'll make a fantastic contribution in terms of the ongoing policy work, which a lot of Labour people are saying needs to be deepened and quickened, so we can understand actually where the Labour Party stands on some of the important issues of the day. We also saw Andrew Adonis being brought back into the fold, advising the Shadow Cabinet and the Policy Review team on industrial policy. Anyone who saw his remarks at Progress Conference last weekend will have no doubt about his passion for that subject, and that's also a little bit of ankle perhaps to the Blairites, who will have been sad to see Liam Byrne removed from that policy coordinator role. So overall, I think probably a really smart reshuffle from Ed, and everyone at least reasonably happy, and look forward to seeing a lot more of John Cruddas in frontline politics again.